Hello and welcome to Model Kit Beginner. Hope you all have a wonderful day and good to have you on the channel. Today we have a look, as you can see, at the 71 Plymouth Fast and Furious edition. Here it is, right over here. Here you go. The box on the side is pretty much standard stuff here. It's a Revell Europe box. Not my favorite. And at the back, here we go. Bit more. Let's get that picture out of the way, shall we? Here you go. Here we go. There you have a bit more. Gives you a bit more detail. You see what I can read to you. If there's anything here which I can action packed film, blah blah blah. It gives you the color callouts and tells you that you need glue. It doesn't tell you how many parts it is. Or does it? Oh yes, it does. Here on the side it does. It's 81 parts in this kit. Now before we go down to the bench and look at those parts, I'd suggest we'll have a quick look at the history of that 71 Plymouth kit from Revell. And I'll see you over there. Right, and here we are, the Fast and Furious kit from Revell. You see that right over here. We'll have a quick look at the history. You see that this is a 2021 repop. I didn't get the model set, so actually I should probably be here. Here we go. Which is also a 2021 repop. New box right over here. Now this was the first one in 1995, which looked like this, which I think is quite sexy. I really like this. Very, very nice, with the black wing over here and the grabber hood. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. Right over here. Couple of others, repops in 2003, 2011. Then the first Fast and Furious came out in 2020, and then a couple of reboxes, and as I said, in 2021. And that's what we are going to have a look at. And I have been kind of prepared that it might not be the best of all kits you've ever seen, but I haven't opened the bag on this yet, so let's do that together, shall we? Let's go down to the bench and see what it actually looks like inside. And here we are with the 71 Plymouth GTX from the Fast and Furious series, and it comes, I'm not sure if it comes in a Revell USA box, but this is my least favorite one. It's a Revell Euro box. It is squishy, flimsy. It's just not nice. So let's open it up and see what's in the box. Let's dump everything out here. Here we go. There's already a mirror which is loose. We don't want that. Right. Everything's out. We have the instruction manual. That was that. We have this. We have this, and we're gonna open this up together just now. But as we always do, let's first have a quick look at the instruction manual. This is a relatively modern instruction manual. I don't think this is a 1995 instruction manual, so this is has been renewed with the repop. Here you see the sprues, so you can also see not a huge amount of parts. I think 81, we just said that. And here we can start with the engine and the wheels right over here. We have suspension parts right over here, and a cover for the decals. Right, then we have the dashboard, which seems to be quite nice. And we have then the body, which we will need to put together. Obviously, if you do the Fast and Furious version, that will be black. And you have some decal plastic. Geez, my words, running out of words today. Some decal placements here on the engine and the battery, right over here. Different versions. Why different versions? Because you can also build it as a stock version, as we have discussed. Right, and here you see the two versions. So this would be the stock version right over here, and this obviously would be the Fast and Furious version. I'm not such a Fast and Furious fan, but I like this. I like this. So yeah, at the moment I'm more in that direction. Right, now we have some decals, as you might have seen, and Revell. Well, that's normally not bad. They normally have very nice decals. See if we can go down a little bit here. Nice. Here you go. Here are the decals. They look very pretty, very good, and even dashboard decals. You know, I'm a sucker for that. Decals for the wood trim. So I think that's pretty cool. So if you build the stock version, you can put on the wood trim. I guess you can put on the wood trim whatever version you build, but I guess generally that wouldn't go with it. Then we have one huge bag of whatever parts. Jeez, lots of parts, which have all been pushed into. It's not lots of parts, but lots of parts which have all been pushed into one bag. Right. Ah, okay. So there's bags inside bags. Right, while we have at it, we can see the glass. It's one of these solid pieces of glass, as we know them from the elder kits, but we have glass for the headlights right over here. Don't see any red for the backlights, so I guess you cover them yourself. And let's have a quick look at the chrome tree. Or should we not? And here we are. Well, that looks pretty good. It really does. Let's get out of the way here at the back so we can focus a little bit better. Here we go. That's not bad. I've seen worse. Obviously, the attachment points are always the problem with these kits, isn't it? I mean, there are we have seen with other kit producers, there are ways to do that better, but unfortunately, this is not happening here. Right, white stuff around here. Let's just have a quick look at that. Here we go. You see that front part, you see the dashboard, a couple of engine parts, you see that the rear suspension and the exhaust are all one piece. Not a fan of that. Couple of pipes right over here. The radiator, propeller right over here. Fan, propeller, steering wheel, and drive shaft, etc. Yeah, a couple of engine parts, not particularly fantastic. We have wheels, back parts. We have the hood. It certainly needs some tender loving care, as you can see here. You have seen better and cleaner before. Well, here's what it is. We have the wheels right over here, and I'm amazed to see that they're not out of chrome. Are they black? Oh yeah, they are black, that's why. So here we go. Front suspension, wheels, and we have the brakes, very modern brakes, disc brakes. Here we go. Let's go a bit closer so you can see. Not bad, not bad. That's actually not bad. Right, then we have the interior, we have the seats, and the pan over here. Let's have a look at the bottom of the pan. integrated tank, and we have the 2 sports seats right over here. And then here we have the inside with the integrated console and rear seat on the side as well. Panels are all integrated, so you have to detail them that way. And on the other side we have the rather big engine, different part of front suspension, and some other body parts which will help you to swell your wheel arches, I would assume. And the part of the ram intake right over here. Right. Then let's have a look at this. What's in here? Bit of stuff in here as well. Let's first get the tires out here. We have the normal unbranded standard Revell tires, and then we have, let's have a look here, the Fast and Furious tires, which are also unbranded but are nice and soft. They have no seam. Will you please focus now? Here we go. So there's no seam. Look at my colored, just mixed some paint, as you can see. Right, there's no seam here, which is very nice. Very, very nice. But there's also no branding on the sides. So that unfortunately is not the case. And last but not least, the reason why we obviously buy these kind of things, it's the beauty of the body, which you will see right over here, molded in door handles, molded in branding right over here, and here we have molded in latches right over there. So there's some detail will be going on here. Right, that rear part, I have heard that that rear part is not original to the Fast and Furious. It was slightly different. Well, made that as that is. I will certainly check if we can change it, we will. And engine inside, we have the water container right over here. The firewall is already integrated. That's very interesting. The battery is integrated, which obviously is the reason for the low part count. Right, and that was it on the bench. Having a look at the, maybe the other way around, and let's go out again. At the 71 Plymouth from the Fast and Furious series, and you've seen the kit. If you like the car, you'll build the kit, you buy it anyway. It's not the best kit we have ever seen. It's not the most precise. I don't think it will fall together either. I will tell you when we get to the conclusion. I've spoken to especially one particular friend who has built this one before. So one or two things which we need to look out for. But we'll get to that once we get to the conclusion, and I'll see you upstairs. Right, and here we are, back upstairs, and yeah, it's an interesting kit, isn't it? Let's get a bit closer. It is an interesting kit, and interesting what we saw there in the box. My friend and colleague from the Friday night live show, which I take part, Alan Parker, he says he has built one of those, and obviously that means he has built one of those. And he said he didn't enjoy it very much because the back part apparently did not fit very nicely. So there are a couple of things which had to be fandangled in order to make this fit. So if you are looking at that kit, be aware that there might be a couple of things which needs to be adapted in order to fit properly. And you obviously also have seen it's only 81 parts. Lots of parts are molded in. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I personally prefer to have it not molded in, so I can detail it on its own. But it's not a train smash when it is. It's obviously a beautiful car. It's a huge car, as you have seen. Just be aware that you know, if you do that as just a little relaxing build where everything falls together, that's not the kit for you. If you're looking for a bit of a challenge because you love the 71 Plymouth, and who doesn't, well, you won't mind doing a couple of adaptations in order to get this together and fit nicely. Hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. You guys have a lovely day further, and I wish you a lovely time till the next time we see each other for a kit review. And with that, greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.